Dear listener, how did we get here to We Need to Talk? Hmm? This is a story about a young boy who grew up. Nah, I can't do this, man. The script? Nah, scrap the script. Hold on to this. I'm going to speak from the heart. All right, my name is Tony, and I'm the host for the upcoming podcast called We Need to Talk, proudly sponsored by Tony Kilista's 30-second motivation. I don't want to lie and say that I had a rough childhood, yada yada. God blessed me with parents that really loved me and provided for me, and I thank them for that all the time. I love you, mom. I love you, dad. My real issues or challenges started when I was an adolescent. That's when my mom and dad divorced at about when I was doing my Form 5 in high school. They divorced. It was a terrible time. I was writing my exams that year. And then the next year, I couldn't make it into law school in the University of Botswana. I was so frustrated. And then I broke bad. And when I say I broke bad, I mean I broke bad. I was into partying, I was into this lifestyle whereby every weekend I'm out, I'm having fun, I'm meeting girls, I'm doing all sorts of things that, for the sake of time, I'm not going to mention or get right into them. But I had a whole host of lifestyle decisions that I took just based off of the frustrations that I had over the few challenges that I was going through. Few, but mountainous in form. And I remember very well that one of the last straws for me was really when I was about to graduate. In 2017-2018, I was looking towards my graduation to finish biological sciences, a field that I hated for all those years. I looked at my transcript and it said to me, dude, there are 3 courses that you fail. I went to DTF, they were like not promising. When I was just about to give up, the DTF decided to sponsor me. And at the time, because I didn't have accommodation, a brother of mine at the time, a former debate rival actually, he took me in. Oh my God, the debate days. Oh, in high school, I traveled the whole country. I debated in every subject fair that I could get my hands on. Never mind the fact that body subjects were the ones we were supposed to debate. But you know what? We were the debaters in the school, and we took every competition and we went and we competed. And in almost 90% of all the competitions that I ever took part in, I always came out as the best speaker. And we had so many different triumphs. I have so many different certificates. I'll show you a few of them. Yeah, it was fun. And when I got into university, doing a course that I didn't like, biological sciences, I still got the opportunity to continue debating. I remember in 2014 when we arrived in UB, we won the UB Living and Learning Community Debate Championship, and I was the best speaker. Yeah, I was doing some great things, and in 2017, I won the Public Speaking Championship in the UB Living and Learning Community once again. Yeah, you can clap hands for me. But all these accolades and achievements were just getting me big-headed, I remember in 2017, I also auditioned for the UB Freshers Ball MCing gig. I got it. I killed it. I MC'd the next one, and I MC'd Mr. and Mrs. InterVarsity. A whole lot of shows that I did, because at the time I was the hottest MC in the university. And there are a few of you guys who might be listening who were there at the time, and you can give a testament to that. So all these, and the fact that during my debate years, after I finished Form 5, so I coached about 3 or 4 generations of debaters, 2014, 15, 16, and I think 17. I coached Sepa Pitso for 3 whole years, and then I coached St. Joseph's along with Mr. Pine, my former English teacher, Sepa Pitso, to several championships, and we did really well. It was fun, it was great. And then came a time where I had to graduate. So I was still telling you that my friend took me in, a former debate rival. I love him. Shout out to you, Tinashe. I love you so much, man. And at the time, I looked at my transcript. I was about to graduate. It said, dude, there are 3 modules that you messed up during your rampant days where you broke bad and, you were living the life that you wanted to live. Did quite a lot of things that I'm not proud of, but I could look back and say, part of the experiences and the kind of person I am right now because of the lessons that I learned during what I did. So I need money. I need money to get through these 3 modules so that I can graduate. My mom and dad don't have the money. DTF is not promising. And just when I thought it was all over and I had to go back home and re-strategize or see how I'm gonna raise the money, then boom, DTF sponsored me, Then boom, this guy gave me accommodation. I stayed around at his house. I was able to do my modules. I passed and then I graduated. And in 2018, I remember in August, very well, I remember my first service that I went to Hillview Church, my favorite place to be on a Sunday actually. We went for a youth camp, and at this youth camp, I came out as the best camper. You know, I'm a hardworking guy. I exert myself. I really do. I don't take nothing aside from excellence. So that was just me. So the week before the camp was like maybe my second service, and then the very first service at Hillview Church, I gave my life. You know, I got born again. I had always this burning thing inside my heart that I always knew that I was gonna come back home, and I did. I came back home. Best decision of my life, even up to now. I might have struggles here and there with my salvation and everything and all, with my life as a Christian in general, but I must say it's a very refreshing decision to know that you took it and then you got rooted in it, and then you are trusting God that even in your weaknesses He'll be able to help you. Now, before I lose the plot, I was just trying to tell you guys how I got to this point where I decided to start this podcast, right? So, got born again. Now all of my talents, the dancing, the public speaking, you know, the mentorship, everything, it all came into use in the church. I was needed there, and I learned so many things in the church. Got a job in the church. Yeah, I worked in a church. I never knew it could happen. For the guy who never wanted to do anything with church in his life, I never really thought that I could work for a church at some point. All my graphic designing skills, web designing skills, everything that I know now, I learned it in the church. Everything, sound engineering, lighting engineering, everything, I learned it. And then I proceeded, I got my second job, third job, the rest is history. And then I had been plotting, I had been thinking, I had been planning to get this thing started, but I was just too stuck up in looking for the perfect moment to start it. And quite honestly, right now is not even the perfect moment. I'm out in Tabong, I'm spending time with my mom during the vacation right now, and I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna design my graphics, I'm gonna do my branding, and I'm just gonna start recording, because to wait for the perfect moment, it's never gonna come. And that's one thing that we're gonna talk about eventually in this podcast. So yeah, we need to talk, and we really, really need to talk. And the reason why we need to talk is because unless you talk about it, you can't really do anything about it. And I'm here to make it easy. I don't want there to be like a sudden movement, a sudden fashion, a sudden trend for us to start talking about things. I want us to talk about things when the wind is still breezy and cool, when there's no storm, I want us to talk because we can, and I want us to talk because it's a need that we have. There's so many different needs that are self-created. Some, they are really actually needs, but I believe like 90%, if not more, I like stats, 90% or more, they're self-created needs. And then one need that we neglect the most is this need to just be able to talk. And I want to talk. I want to talk to you. I want to talk about you. I want to talk with you. I want to talk for you. I don't know if that makes sense, but we're just basically in this podcast going to be talking about anything and everything that is under the sun. Most importantly, we're going to be focusing on issues of faith, issues of love, hope, life, success, career, everything that you can think of in the scope that I have for this show. Yeah, I think I touched a few things on the script, didn't I? No, I did. Okay, it's fine. This last bit I can do with the script. It's fine. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, now it's time for you to go ahead and subscribe at my YouTube channel. It's Tony Kilisite. Follow me on Facebook, or just, connect with me as a friend. It's Tony Kilisite as well. If you want to see my short motivational clips, Tony Kilisite's 30-second motivation, go ahead. Follow me on my TikTok account, it's Groovy Tony. Follow me on my Instagram account, it's also Groovy Tony. Yeah, let's do this thing. And we need to talk. Episode premiere is coming soon.